Well, now the HBL ball drop. This has been a bit of a problem for... Oh, well, that's a good one. Yeah, that's good. I have a feeling that our HBL drone gets a little higher the more we get into the tournament, but good catch, sir. Hassan Raza and Faisal Afridi are our on-field umpires today, and it's a very warm day, it certainly is. And we got two matches today. This is an afternoon start, 3 o'clock local time here in Karachi, and alongside me, former New Zealand quick Danny Morrison and former ICC Cricket World Cup winner and captain of Pakistan, Amr Sohail. Amr, how do you see this contest?
Good afternoon, gents. Good afternoon to all. Well, it should be a closely contested game, this one, because both the sides, they have the wherewithal to trance any opposition on their day. They could actually pummel.
Pakistan is in form. In the last match, he scored 82 not out. In harness with Mohammad Hafiz, they put on 179. Oh goodness, 176 for that opening partnership. And Sohail Akhtar will be opening with him. Healthy numbers there for a fledgling career, but he's, I suppose you might say, he's in the midsummer of his career. Danny, you had a good look at the pitch. For seamers like Sohail Khan, well, what's key here for the faster bowlers on this pitch?
Well, you don't want to get too full for a start, bowling from where Sohail is starting from, because of the small boundary is out to the scoreboard and the replay screen. Gorgeous conditions, yeah, as you were saying, Wilco. Higher 32, and when I look at it, you don't want the guy to be driving straight too much.
Ready now then for the Gillette countdown here for this match number 7 of HBL PSL 6.
Ready, Fakhr? Ready? Ready, sir? Split!
Pakistan on strike. There's a slip. It's just going down. If anything, I mean, you can discuss his technique with us, but if anything, he's got the most incredible eye, but he does play across the line, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does, and that's why the strategy against Fakhr Zaman is to bowl stumps to stumps. If you have a look at the field placing, there is a third man in the circle, one slip, and it tells you. Yeah, it tells you that Sohail Khan is going to be relying on those in-swingers to Fakhr Zaman.
Yeah, you don't want to give Fakhr Zaman too much room. Those arms of his, they're muscular pistons and they work strongly, they work well, Fakhr Zaman. And as I say, he's come off the back of a finely constructed 82 against Quetta.
Yeah, looking forward to this contest because we know the new ball from Sohail Khan can shape a little outswing. So now he's up against the right-handed Sohail Akhtar. And I went on about the drives. If you're too full, very small down the ground today. Straight mid-on for the right-handed Sohail and out to mid-off towards the sight screen, the big screen and scoreboard is where it's very small, 60, just under 60 metres.
Oh, that's a real beauty. As a bowler, you want to get one of those in early in your spell, and if you get that, you feel so good going back to your mark when you've delivered this.
Look at the carry. Been giving lots of accolades to the ground staff, and rightly so, because it has got good carry. Yeah, they're top riders, that's 60 metres. That's where he's hitting backs down the ground of the city, is where he's going to be wanting to strike this is Sohail.
Well, that's the end at the moment from which Sohail Khan is bowling. There's a slip. Oh, yes. Now then, I'm just looking at this field. If he's going to bowl this, his third man is up inside the circle. He's got a slip. Now, I'd have my third man back. You see there, he's got a slip Sohaib Maqsood at slip, and he's got Chris Lynn up inside the circle. Now, the last two deliveries have gone. They've left the bat. What would you do, Amir?
Well, just be watchful. And if you talk about the field placing, I totally agree. If you ask your premier bowler if he's swinging the ball to bowl that line, you have to give some protection. And also with the fact he's just banging the ball back of the length. Forget about the drives. The drive is not going to happen. And especially with the fact Sohail has been awfully quiet with the bat in this tournament, so you can attack him more. Maybe that third man could be brought in to second slip.
Bit of a breeze today. That'll be comforting for the player. So where's that? That's coming across the right shoulder of Sohail Khan, the bowler. So that's going to help his outswing. And Danny, if you are operating from that end now, would you be wanting your third man back, or maybe get a second slip for this first over?
I want both. I want a second slip in, and I want the man at third man there, because it's going that way. And you got to bowl good lines. You have to. That's what you're there. That's your job. To be on off stump, just shaping out with the two slips in and a third man. And you've got your guy at deep backward square to cover.
Didn't know an awful lot about that. What a good start for Sohail Khan. 2 from the first over. Joe Denley is in the side for the Qalandars, the England batsman who's played 15 tests, 16 ODIs and 13 T20Is, and Salman Mirza comes back into the side. Shahnawaz Dahani is the emerging cricketer, the emerging bowler. Now, we saw a lot of promise from this youngster, just 22 years of age. He's one of the emerging players. Every team in the PSL, HBL PSL, has to have an emerging player in its ranks, in the playing 11, which I think is a fantastic component of this tournament.
He's a decent talent, isn't he? Bangs the ball into the pitch, hurries the batsman. Well, that was his debut. A nice gesture from Shahid Afridi. Must have been telling him, just go out there and play with confidence. And it worked.
Yeah, I thought he looked full of promise. Oh, that's halfway up the bat. And he's safe. James Vince at mid-off, can't get there, but that hurried on to him, to Sohail Akhtar. That's why he didn't quite get hold of the shot.
Well, that's a sign of out-of-form batsman. No movement of the feet. He was looking to pull the ball. His back foot didn't move, and the length wasn't appropriate to employ that stroke. Very lucky for the captain Sohail to be there.
Ooh, that is a slap straight back over the bowler's head for 4.
The straight pull, often known as the strapple. What a little beauty. Oh, loving this from Sohail Akhtar. It's his go-to areas. He backs himself to go up and over the top of the quick men. Good seam position, but a little too short from the youngster. Unique in terms of that stroke here from Sohail.
Forehand.
Yeah, it's too short and too inviting, isn't it? No slip this time. That's wide. Too much width on offer. That has absolutely flown over this outfield. It's a quick outfield here at the National Stadium, Karachi.
Well, as a batsman, you get value for your strokes. And in my opinion, the fieldsman, a third man, did well to cover the ground. That aerial clean fielding indeed from Shahid Afridi.
Does wonders for a bowler. You go back to your mark and you know that you haven't gone for a 4, you've just leaked 2. So as a bowler you feel, okay, doesn't hurt so much, because immediately you look at your captain, because your captain's nose is staring at you for bowling a ball too wide. So you look down at third man and say, thanks, you saved me, saved my... Yeah. Man out there, a deep point. Well, here he is. He's 22 years of age, born in Lahore. Loves table tennis. His favourite match, the Ashes Test match at Leeds, Headingley in 2019. Ben Stokes. Favourite cricketer is Jofra Archer. Well, if he can crank it up to his kind of pace, he's in business. And his dream wicket, if he could take it, Babar Azam. That's not too bad at all. 2 gone here. The Qalandars, 8 for no wicket. Sohail Khan, second over. It's the first time in the 3 matches that the Qalandars have batted first in their previous 2, which they've won. They've chased twice. They beat Zalmi and they beat Quetta. Oh, head and shoulders. Let's attempt this one. The Kande se boj hatademu. How about that? Amir, come on.
You're making words. Yes, you are. Improving.
Thank you.
Day by day.
Well, we need all the help there. Andy Flower on the right. Mushtaq Ahmed. A think tank with the Multan Sultans.
It's a lovely line, because he did mainly bowl to the right-handed Sohail. Now he's been up against Fakar here for the first couple, so he won't mind that. Get the single and have the majority over where he's in such a great area. Lovely little corridor in that previous over, so no surprises that Rizwan said, Sohail, let's have you on for another one, mate. Bowled 2 back-to-back with a new seed.
What has happened here in the 6 matches that we've had is that the first innings total has increased every match. 121, it was 196 in the last one, which was chased down. That'll be a wide, just a wide. In all 6 games here in Karachi, the captains have chosen to bowl first. All 6 games have been won by the chasing team.
Now, just on about that first over here, Wilco. Left hand, and then when he got a chance, Sohail Khan to be up against Sohail Akhtar. Look at the lovely grouping. Wonderful grouping here from Sohail Khan. Thank you, Hawk. Marvellous.
You have your own language, don't you? You really do. Still the same field. Third man is up inside. Oh, it's found him. He's found him. I'm just a little nervous if I was the bowler bowling this line with that field.
Well, so far it has worked for Sohail Khan. Their plan is working. You know, you got to give it to Sohail Khan. He was inducted into the final lineup. Sacrificing experience of Sohail Tanveer and a different angle, but he has responded well. He has bowled the lines and the lengths which had the batsman buried in uncertainties. He's been able to keep the batsman quiet as well, which is good going.
Fielded. Well done. It's always a good reminder to the batsman, don't take liberties with me.
See that white line? It's not a decoration. You stay behind the white line. A popping crease. Here it is. There's that white line. And Sohail just says, Fakhar Zaman, it's not a decoration, brother. You stay there.
Well, the Qalandars have been the perennial underachievers in this tournament, but this year they're the pace setters. They've won 2 out of 2. This year Multan Sultans have lost their 2 opening matches, so they're yet to find their bearings. Qalandars, who lost in the final last year to Karachi Kings. What they have done, though, under the captaincy of Sohail Akhtar, they have improved and won more than they've lost. Change of field now. 2 men back. Well, they've just brought him up inside the circle, and the bowler will be livid because there was a man back there for that width.
Yeah, it can only be livid with himself, though. It's a poor delivery. It's wide and it asked to be scythed through point here because he's been trying to bowl straight. Way too wide, and you just altered the field. I noticed that Shahid Afridi had a chat with Sohail bowling and said, because you're bowling great outswingers, be careful on that onside because we want to bowl straight. So let's set the field accordingly. But then he got it wrong and got too wide and pushed it and paid the price. Now he's gone back with that field.
I thought that was deliberate from Sohail Khan. He tried that double bluff, didn't work. The execution wasn't right. But the execution from Fakhar Zaman of his strokes at the moment, incredible. Middling everything.
I just can't understand why he wants to go away from what he did in the first over with just bowling straight. 3 done, 17 for none.
Those of you watching with us on Sky Sports in England will be pleased to see Joe Denley in the side for his first match. Ben Dunk, the Australian, Samit Patel, very much a mainstay in this Lahore Qalandars team. The 2 English representatives, Joe Denley and Samit Patel, in this Lahore Qalandars team. And we're going to see if Carlos Brathwaite, pride of Barbados, he's got a whole box of tricks with the ball. And Danny, you've seen this rather strange, unique sort of grip on the ball with his fingers off the ball. Oh, no run there, not to big Carlos. Chris Jordan used to do that. Do you remember that? Chris Jordan used to hold the ball with his little finger and small fingers off the ball.
Yeah, index finger, big finger, normally down the seam, and then your ring finger next to your little finger, and he tends to have it just, well, like an antennae. It just hovers. Oh, we lost one! Here's the first one! Talk about the Barbados boogie. Brathwaite's done it, here's the breakthrough. They desperately wanted Multan.
Great execution of plans from Multan Sultan. They struggled with their bowling in the previous games, previous outing, but this time around, have a look at that field placing. Well thought out, and the length of the bowler and the lines were to complement and paid the dividends.
Sohail Akhtar's gone for 7. The Qalandars 17 for 1. Joe Denley for his first outing this year in this edition of the HBL PSL. So 17 for 1, in comes Joe Denley. He's got 4 centuries in T20 cricket. Played 15 test matches for England, 16 one-day internationals and 13 T20Is, but well, under a lot of scrutiny in recent times for his place in that England side. There's a lot of competition for places in that top order, a lot. But he's a superb fielder, and he's got a few strings to his bow. But what he's got to do, of course, and he knows it, is get runs. That's his #1 priority. I think he hit one of the biggest sixes I've ever seen, we've ever seen. Remember in Dubai?
Yeah, it's still going up, Uncle Al. Those are faceted to pieces. Yeah, he's a fine exponent in terms of stroke play. And he's just talking about fields, and bowlers just simply have to be all the time communicating, because as we know in T20, fast and furious, situations just keep evolving all the time. Usman Khawaja, good catch.
Yeah, we saw Joe Denley playing in the PSL 2 years ago, or rather 2018, 3 years ago now, when he was with the Karachi Kings. That was the time when it was played in the UAE. Well, I suppose this could have gone anywhere, but he closed the face on the bat. Simple catch that to Usman Khawaja, who's the son of the great Abdul Qadir. Yeah, the late great Abdul Qadir, and what a cricketer, what a bowler. Looking across this sprawling city of Karachi. Here's our Parkview City question. Answer the question and you can win a plot here in Karachi. In which year was the 6th team introduced in HBL PSL? Answer on Parkview City's Facebook page to win daily tablets and a plot of land at the end of the tournament. 4 gone. Qalandars 17 for 1.
Good start for the Multan Sultans with the ball. 4 very tidy overs, 17 for 1. Haven't let the Qalandars get off to any sort of start here. Picked up that 1 wicket of Sohail Akhtar. A deep point and a deep backward square. The 2 boundary riders. Swing and a miss. Very good afternoon to Uruj Mumtaz and Bazid Khan.
Afternoon, Julie. Faisal Afridi. Used to be very quick back in the day. And Ehsan Raza used to be wicketkeeper.
I didn't think you were going to tell me he was quick either.
No, he was quick behind the stumps. He loved to chat. Quick hands, quick with the finger. But tell you what, right now, the pressure's built. 17 for 1, they haven't gone anywhere. Have Lahore Qalandars, but it's a day game. The spinners might well rule the roost, and it's not going to be as easy chasing, I suspect.
Lovely lines here from young Dahani. I thought he showed big heart in the first game. Obviously, Haider Ali got the better of him towards the end. But it's been a brilliant start here from Multan.
Oh, little edge through to Rizwan, and he's got one. That is beautiful bowling, good pace and a bit of bounce. Dahani picks up his first.
Consistent build-up of pressure, and that has meant that big breakthrough. Wanted boundaries, it's been that length, just short of a length, too close to cut, and Fakhr has to go.
Love the celebration from the young man, and what a big important wicket he's picked up. Fakhr Zaman will have to depart for 9. Lahore now 17 for 2.
Mohammad Hafiz joins Joe Denley at the crease. 2 players yet to get off the mark. 9 deliveries. The Multan Sultans have bowled and picked up 2 wickets without conceding a run. Vastly experienced Hafiz. Job to do now for the Qalandars.
He's the man Lahore will love to have in the centre. Is in sublime form, 73 not out the other day to see his side home. And he's got all the experience, still got time to get in, of course. But what a spell it's been here for Dhani, followed up by the brilliant wicket maiden from Brathwaite. The slip still in here.
3rd man down for the right-handed Hafiz, and a deep backward square. Chris Lynn's up inside the circle at fine leg. Oh, brilliant fielding. Brilliant fielding, but that's Hafiz off the mark.
Excellent bowling here. The channel was absolutely perfect, and the build-up is what was important. He bowled a very similar delivery previously to this to Fakhr. Didn't get his feet moving, and the angle across, getting that faint tickle. Been a wonderful display of quick bowling here from the youngster, and what a celebration. We saw that in the previous game. He truly loves his game.
He's enjoying the companionship of Carlos Brathwaite by the look of it as well. They seem to have a little high five, low five celebration going on. Something that the cool kids do. Not for us. This is for us though, Baz, isn't it? An Oppo selfie moment.
Yeah, I take my pictures all the time. Nobody else wants to take pictures with me, so Oppo selfie all the time.
Yeah, no slip in here for Hafiz. It's a tight offside inner ring fielder with the 3rd man in square. Fielder still at the boundary.
Denley's off the mark with a single, so a very tidy over. 5 gone now, 19 for 2. $19 for 2. Qalandars. Carlos Brathwaite after a terrific first over. will continue. Average power play 47. They're a long way short of that. The lowest power play so far in the tournament was the previous game, actually, Karachi with 33.
Yeah, Brathwaite's first over here, the wicket maiden. Good lines, good channels. You see the grouping there of the dot deliveries. That's the pressure he built up, causing Dahani to take a wicket at the other end. It's the second wicket maiden of this PSL. Lahore now 20 for 2.
You said 47 was the average power play score. Still in the shout. Alex Hales got how many yesterday? 1 over.
4 balls remaining now, so 46 is a chance, I suppose.
Yeah, the difference there could be the wickets that Lahore have lost. Karachi were 33, which is the lowest in power play. Lahore, you have lost the 2 wickets.
A couple of wides, 4 sixes, perhaps, not now. What are we down to now without any wides? I think they're going to be below the 8 ball here, behind the 8 ball, sorry. Baz?
Julie, you have a lot of opinions. Do wickets really matter in T20? Not very often do sides get bowled out. So if you lose a couple of wickets, do you buckle down and try and build a partnership, or not so?
Well, I think you've got to consolidate a little bit, but the power play's gone now, so this is all about the consolidation through the middle of the order and making sure they can still get to that 160, 170 score. I'm with you a little bit on the day game, so I think the spin might have a bit more of a part to play. It's that one away for 4. Welcome boundary for Denley and for the Qalandars.
Yeah, the pressure not quite so much on Denley here. Moves across his stumps, creating his own angles here. He's moved quite early and Brathwaite has followed him. But he's done well. He's got certain boundary there that will put momentum on their side.
Disappointed there, Brathwaite, but it's just a good shot. Not a bad delivery at all. It was around about that off stump, angling back in. Just a good cricket shot from Denley. Goes through him this time. Finishes the over well. It's Lahore Qalandars' lowest ever power play. And it's 25 for 2 after 6.
Yeah, the power play package. Not a lot of boundaries. Just those couple of boundaries to start off with, then the wicket and a wicket. And it's just 3 boundaries in the first 6 overs.
.27 was their lowest power play prior to this against the Zalmi in Dubai in 2016. End of the power play, and a very good one for the Sultans. Shahid Afridi, so first sign of some spin. Shahid Afridi's just asking why umpires aren't allowed to hold the cap.
Makes a valid point. Claims that we're all in the same bubble, the players, the umpires. Well, it's just time to do your own things, I guess. 25 for 2 now, Lahore.
Starts with a wide. Slipping down the leg side. Oh. Tapal T. And photos. Good combination. Straight down the ground for 6. Good start to this over for the Qalandars.
He practiced golf yesterday, so he's brought that straight away. Nice swing of the bat. Went early, went quickly, but the balance perfect as he struck it down the ground.
It's a brighter, colourful drive from Mohammad Hafiz. Very nimble on his feet. We've seen him, he's gotten better as he gets down the wicket in his career. Fantastic.
Slow turn there for Shahid Afridi.
Will be an interesting watch here with Joe Denley facing Shahid Afridi. Because Shahid Afridi can be very quick and deceptive as well. Not sure, Joe Denley obviously hasn't faced much of Shahid Afridi, so it'll be an interesting watch here to see how he goes.
Very few players now who've not faced Shahid Afridi. He's been playing for what, 1970s or 1980s?
Along the same time as you, Baz.
That's a good quick single. Afridi's not happy at all, and Hafiz was onto it very quickly. Got over 9 from it, including that boundary 6. Got to find a way to keep building this partnership. 17 from 15. Might see dual spin through this little period, I think. Usman Qadir as well. It's the 110 from the over. 35 for 2, 7 gone. Partnership just in its infancy at the moment with Joe Denley and Mohammad Hafiz. HBL score predictor puts the Qalandars at 142.
Brathwaite will continue here. He'll bowl his 3rd over on the trot. Has done a wonderful job. Has picked up the important wicket, just giving away 6 runs. Wicket made in his first. Quiet rebuilding phase here for Lahore.
Oh, no one there. Nicely played, got width, put it away.
Just far enough outside off stump that Hafiz was able to time this away. It is a square of the wicket shot, but it's again pure timing.
Yeah, an exquisitely timed shot there by Hafiz. He's not going to miss on those, and I'm sure Carlos Brathwaite knows he's wavered too far outside off stump there.
Good work from Brisbane, hunting that one down. Yeah, strike rates. Just look at that. When you get width, you talked about it, Baz. Anything wide, he just pounces on.
Well, no matter where you bowl to him, whether it's in line, slightly outside or way outside off stump, his strike rate is immense.
Yeah, he struggles with the wides down the leg side. It's about the only thing.
He seems to be having a great time in his cricket career, does Hafiz. He's had a brilliant 2020 and is just only getting better. 6 of the first 3 now.
Yeah, it's down to enjoyment as well. Being in a really good space in life, perhaps, and just enjoying the last few years of your game, last few years of cricket, whether it be T20 cricket, different leagues around the world. He's such a good man to have on your side.
He started a trend of now Pakistani players also concentrating on golf, but I think golf is only good for batsmen, not swing bowlers, Julie.
A big heave across the line there from Joe Denley. The pressure slightly building onto him. He's faced 14 deliveries. Bit of a swing and a miss. Brathwaite won't mind that.
Is that length really? Short of a length is the length that's troubling the batsman. Whenever they ventured full, it's been easier.
Pulled this time into the gap in the leg side for 4. Welcome boundary for Joe Denley. Finishes the 8th over, 46 for 2.
Picked that one up cleanly, Joe Denley, and had a good swing at that. Still too short there for Collis Brathwaite. Ended the over with 11. Lahore have picked up on that run rate. 46 now from the 8. With 2 important wickets they've lost up front.
More of Boom Boom. A little bit of flight there. It was appreciably slower than he normally does in terms of pace through the air. And this partnership kicking on to 30. It's 29 from 23. Hafiz nicely settled in, and Joe Denley. Be mindful of that little inside out going back towards the big scoreboard here at the National Stadium, because that is so small. It's only about 60 metres, maybe just under. But they'll be wary. They'll be wary up against Afridi.
Danny, just having a look at that replay, not quite sure why he didn't have a goal. Joe Denley was far outside. He thought about it. Afridi did. Should have just gone for it. There's no one backing up as well. Certainly would have been the end of Joe Denley had that hit. Oh, look at that.
Yeah, it looks worse in slow-mo, doesn't it? But I think he should have had a go. You're right, Rouge. Should have. Come on, Boom Boom. Does Denley want to go? Yeah, I thought so. I just thought the blood started to pump here, and Denley is so good there. Brings up the 50 in style. HBL maximum.
He's very strong, Joe Denley. He would have identified that area over extra, and it's one of his go-to shots. It's one of the shots he's comfortable playing. Yeah, he's a strong man. He's got big arms, muscular arms, Joe Denley, and he gives the ball mighty tap.
Slightly shorter. Must take one and be happy.
And Afridi doesn't spin the ball much away from the right-hander anyway, so Denley would be wary of that he doesn't get much turn, so a very safe shot to play as well.
The Professor. I thought about 2 for a moment, Denley, but Hafiz didn't. He wants to strike. Ends the 9th. It's 55 for 2.
Hafiz has been in great form, 33 not out in the first match and then 83 not out, or 73 not out in the second with 6 sixes, and he's looking so comfortable with his game. Still to come for the Qalandars, Ben Dunk, Samit Patel, David Vissa, the South African, Shaheen Shah Afridi, Benihal Salman and Haris Rauf. So there's 3 or 4 genuine bowlers there, although Shaheen, he can keep an end up, he loves to bat, and he's gone up the order. He was a genuine number 11, but that's now with Haris Rauf and maybe Salman. David Vissa really the last of the recognised batsmen in this Qalandars lineup, with Samit Patel. Samit Patel has opened before, and he's opened a lot in England as well for his county Nottinghamshire. Now then, Danny, you would have played a few times, wouldn't you, against his father? Yeah. Usman Khader's father, the great Abdul.
He toured New Zealand in '89. He's one of his last tours, I believe. Yeah, he was finishing up around that time, '89-90. Was the great Abdul Khader. Here's his son. And turn and bounce, just enough.
Do you know, when we look here at Usman Khader, he hasn't got a run up. Oh, he hasn't got a run up like his father had, but it's to me it's almost like a copycat of Imran Tahir, who is in the Multan Sultans squad. There's a man back there, he's going to have to go some here. That has been really well timed by Hafiz.
Now, wasn't the best of deliveries there by Usman Khader. You'll know this, it's too short and too wide, and Hafiz, that's a go-to area for him. He loves to cut. He's timed that perfectly to the boundary.
The lovely wrists there, fresh off that 73 just the other night, and I don't think I've seen him time it or stroke it as well for a long time. Ahmad Hafiz was in such a zone. And like this, look at this. Is it enough? No, it's gone all the way, the small side of the ground here on a Fab Friday.
Almost nonchalant this by Hafiz. Look how quickly he's picked the line up and the length. Yeah, and it was, I think it might have been the wrong end as well, because he picked it very early, and such a sweet noise off the bat. Lovely effortless swing of the bat. It's a steep learning curve for Usman Khader. Mohammad Rizwan behind the stumps, captain of Multan Sultans.
Well, therein lies the challenge with this pocket in particular. The ball's just gone now. It's about 60 metres to there. That's it this afternoon.
He'll be wary of the short boundary, but what I like about Usman, I've spoken to him a couple of times as well. Hasn't gone his way just up to yet, but he isn't afraid of using his wrong one. He feels and he backs himself, and you've seen him use it quite often. It'll be an interesting matchup here of how Denley plays him. Watch out for the wrong one.
There's the first one to him. There's the orthodox just away. A bit of spin from the outside edge, just to show you, Joe. Have a look at this, son. Yeah, day game, a little bit of grip. Seam will still be strong enough on the cricket ball. No, he's too short, and he just hits a skimmer. Denley, no damage. Single to finish the 50 partnership up at 67 for 2 here.
Riley Rousseau is the fielder. Riley Rousseau, who for a number of seasons was with the Quetta Gladiators. Sir Vivian Richards also was the mentor, and still is the mentor, for the Quetta Gladiators. But Viv, because of COVID protocols, has not flown over this year, so Quetta Gladiators don't have that massive presence of Viv in the dugout. Ten overs gone, 67 for 2 here, the Qalandars.
those buildings, a little bit more consistency in terms of getting steeper. Run rates climbed a little bit more now. It's getting closer to sevens. And very mindful if you're going to go back to a freebie with that sort of stroke.
Alan, you just spoke about how, we'll come back to that, more sixes by Pakistani batsmen in T20. Shoaib Malik right on top with 309, and the man in the middle, Hafiz, 222. Some really big hitters there. Close call there, don't think they'll go up. And then coming back to your point as to so many players, obviously the foreign players who come and play in different franchises, but even within the PSL, they've all moved around. So it's almost like they still know each other. The Pakistani players I'm talking about, the players who come from abroad. So it's not too much of a foreign territory anymore.
It's well fielded. 3 men behind square on that offside. You can see them there. Yeah, good point, Urush. They all have got to know each other and the conditions. Those 3 men, there's 3 fielders there behind square, behind point, offside, saving that single, hoping to.
1-1-1.
Setting it up beautifully, isn't he? Because you've got the men there behind point, the square. And you just go, okay, going to bowl my leggy. Be mindful of that little skiddy wrong-un, but also that toppy. That toppy is huge. That faster one that Afridi bowls at top spinner. Very, very quick through the air and off the pitch. Oh, hello. Hello and goodbye. It has gone all the way here. What a lovely free swing again from Hafiz.
He is batting with such confidence in every part of his game, Mohammad Hafiz. That's his 223rd 6, which just puts him above Kamran Akmal in that leaderboard of 6s. Well, he can hit a few 6s himself, maybe when Hafiz is bowling. 11 overs gone, and the Qalandars put into bat 77 for 2.
The Qalandars.
Well done, Danny. Arush, would you like to come in on that?
Yeah, for those of you who haven't noticed, Danny Morrison's been calling the Qalandars calendars for the very long time. Come on, Danny, show us.
Well, it's the Aussie thing and the down under thing. It's sort of almost having a bit of fun at the Australians. They would do that. The Lahore Qalandars. Warnie would be all over that. But I appreciate, yes, it is the Qalandars. Saw Mr. Rana earlier. Told off. But here's Hafiz, striking at 168. Young fella. Gahani is back. The emerging player. He's a bit short. Got punished. Got pumped. Gone all the way. Another HBL maximum here.
Well, Hafiz is in the richest vein of form. He's now hit 18 sixes in his last 5 innings in T20s. It's effortless, isn't it? It really is. He is so in command of his own game, his emotions, everything. Mental structure, and he's putting it to such good effect for the Qalandars.
Alan, so pleasing to watch Mohammad Hafiz off late. It is absolutely beautiful, and he looks so much at ease when he's out there in the middle. No dramas about it. It is absolutely beautiful to watch.
I want to ask you, Uruj, come back to you in a minute. What about playing the Jubilee My Stars 11 fantasy cricket? Well, I think if you've got Hafiz in your team, you're on a chance there to win prizes worth $1 million crore. I beg your pardon. $1 million crore. That's a lot of money. But generally, this is Mohammad Hafiz, who's just in sublime form.
Yeah, the timing is so sweet, isn't it? I've just been enlightened to that. 73 he got the other night. His 50 came up in 24. It's his fastest 50 in PSL history for Mohammad Hafiz, just underlining the form this man is in. The timing's there, and the thought process of the stroke play on offer. Choosing the right stroke at the given delivery, it's superb.
Now, Uruj, a Qalandar. For our viewers in various parts of the world, a Qalandar is what exactly?
The calendar.
Something, a saintly person, is it? Something of sort of saintly qualities?
Yeah, correct. I'll tell Danny what a calendar also is after this.
Oh, a bit of fortune. He's in that sort of form. It's running hot for him. Mohammad Hafiz looking for another 50. He hasn't been out. This is his third innings. He has not been dismissed yet. He's 47 in 0.
Yeah, the young man brought back into the attack. Did everything absolutely correct then, but the form that Mohammad Hafiz is in, even those top edges of floating for 4, it's not quite sure the young man can do there. But coming back to your point, Alan, yes, absolutely right. It is a title given to a saint, obviously.
Saint Alan.
I was going to say, Danny, you don't qualify for this, so you're not a Qalandar.
I've been in the Lions' den, though. Oh, beautiful. Yeah, good comeback, good retort from the young man. Edged away for 4. But we do love a J-dot fast delivery. 143 clicks this. The Yorker, always the quickest delivery. Got it right here, did Dhani.
Here's a beauty of delivery. And we saw him crank it up to 147 in his previous game as well. But yes, a title given to a saint at a high level of spirituality, as opposed to a piece of paper that hangs on Danny's wall, the calendar.
Fielded by Maqsood. So, Danny, you're completely out of the reckoning to ever qualifying for being a Qalandar, because there's a high level of spirituality and it's saintly. Yeah, no, Danny, you better apply for the next job.
A little loose for the fire starters with the red horns and the barbecue downstairs. And 00. 89 for 2 here. And there's the Qalandars in green, red, and a black. Yes, thank you, Rouge. It starts with a Q, not a C. Effortless again. 6 more again. He's gone to another half century, Mohammad Hafiz. His 8th half century in PSL. 54 from 27. He is loving this form, and the crowd are loving it as well. It is 95 for 2.
Mohammad Hafiz in the form of his life. Strike rate of 200. Extraordinary batting from the maestro they call the Professor. So the Qalandars have got to go a little bit, but they've got the right men in. Joe Denley's been, well, circumspect. 23 from 22. This was effortless. That swing of the bat. as good as it gets, and as good as we've seen this year. Hafiz acknowledging a crowd which will escalate in numbers because the PCB has been given permission to have bigger crowds. Talking of crowds, Basil Khan and Simon Dool have joined us.
Yeah, we attract them, Wilco. We do attract them, especially Basil Khan. The flock. It's good to see them in. It is, Wilco.
Well, it is, isn't it? Because we've seen so much sport without spectators.
Start to the over for Usman Kadir. Tahir. Not sure what's going on with his Tahir.
Well, Wilco, I heard you earlier saying that Usman Kadir has a run-up which sort of replicates Imran Tahir. Imran Tahir has done a lot of work with him. And Imran Tahir himself, well, obviously he did a lot of work. He sort of idolized Abdul Qadir and did a lot of work with him. When he was young, he'd go up to him and ask him a lot of questions. And then, well, it's almost his, well, it's his job now to replay that, and that's why you sort of have that little shimmy in the run-up where Usman Qadir looks slightly or resembles the run-up of Imran Tahir's.
Wrong and picked it. Picked the bones out of that. Did Joe Denley. 100 comes up with that 6.
Massive hit. And he picked it up straight away and knew exactly where he was going to deposit this. The Qalandars are a very dangerous side, as we're seeing right now. They're the side, the ability to turn it on and hit those maximums as well.
Turn and a little bit of bounce as well. That'll encourage the spinners, I'm sure, from the Qalandars for later on. 13 overs have been bowled, 105 for 2, and we will have a Tapal T strategic timeout. End of the Tapal strategic timeout. Joe Denley's with us. Joe, Simon Doull here, mate. Your thoughts with 7 overs to go?
Yeah, in a decent position. I think we dragged back a bit of momentum. Obviously, they had a good start in that power play, getting us 2 down early. But the Professor's in some fantastic form, and he's certainly taken the pressure off me out here, and we've been able to build a decent partnership. So hopefully now we can really build on that and finish well.
Saw Ben Dunk wander out as well. What did you say to him?
Oh, just a little bit about the pitch. It was quite a slow pitch, and just the fact that we're in a decent position, we can look to be fairly positive now, I think, and put them under real pressure.
All right, Joe, appreciate your time. Thanks very much. Keep going well. It's nice, isn't it, just to get that little insight from the player's point of view.
Well, it is, and you know how many you could probably know players in the past who probably know 1 or 2. Who would have said, I'm not talking to you, I've got batting to do here, I want to concentrate.
Got a job to do. Why would I be talking to you idiots up there?
Buzzard would have talked to us, wouldn't he?
Would the commentators ever talk to you, Alan?
Makes a change.
Brathwaite's bowled 3, he's got 1 to go. Carlos, 1 for 17. Boundary riders at a wide third man. Cover point. Bees looks to get a little bit funky. Can't quite do it. Right, let's go sideline. Zana Babas.
Thanks Dooley. तो आज जिस तरह हमेशा हमारे बड़े ज़बरदस्त किस्म के मेहमान आए हैं, we've got a very special guest, Usama Khan, first Formula electrical vehicle manufacturers in Pakistan. जी हाँ, इलेक्ट्रिकल व्हीकल. तो थोड़ा सा अपने बारे में बताएं, अपनी कंपनी के बारे में बताएं.
मैं टीम कैप्टन हूँ और फार्मूला इलेक्ट्रिक रेसिंग नर्स. असल में हमारी जो टीम है वो एक स्टूडेंट लेड टीम है और हम लोग नर्स यूनिवर्सिटी के स्टूडेंट्स हैं जो कि फार्मूला इलेक्ट्रिक व्हीकल बनाते हैं. हमारा कंपटीशन होता है फार्मूला स्टूडेंट यूके के नाम से. यूके में कंपटीशन होता है. हम लोग एनुअली उसमें पार्ट लेते हैं. 2018 में लिया था. 2019 में ड्यू टू सम फाइनेंशियल कंसिडरेशन हम लोग नहीं पार्ट ले सके थे. और 2020 में अगेन हम लोग वर्चुअल इवेंट हुआ था कोविड के लॉकडाउन की वजह से, तो हमने पार्ट लिया था जिसमें हम लोग 4th आए थे इन द बिजनेस प्लान इवेंट और 10th आए थे इन द कॉस्ट इवेंट. और हमारा जो इस ओवरऑल पोजीशन थी वो 21st थी आउट ऑफ 70 टीम जो कि दुनिया भर से टीम्स पार्ट लेती हैं. जर्मनी, ब्रिटेन, हर जगह से टीम्स पार्ट लेती हैं. और इंशाल्लाह 2021 में अगेन हम लोग इस कॉम्पिटिशन.
अच्छा ये बताएं आपकी कंपनी का इलेक्ट्रिक व्हीकल्स, टेक्नोलॉजिकल एडवांसेस हम देख रहे हैं अराउंड द वर्ल्ड. ये बताएं कि क्या मकसद क्या है, कि पोल्यूशन कम करनी है पाकिस्तान में या क्या करना है? Sorry, there's been a wicket, so I'm going to stop you right there. It's back to the commentators' box. It always happens with me.
And Joe Denley's gone not long after the strategic timeout. Brathwaite kept going wider of off stump. He was looking to drag him leg side, so good bowling. Rizwan with the catch.
Yeah, I neatly went after it, but it was too wide. And Brathwaite, he's bowled well today. That's his 2nd wicket. Joe Denley 31. It's 106 for 3.
Ben Dunk is the new batsman. Brathwaite's got a couple. Dunk's off the mark straight away. Carlos has been good today, the big man.
Tends to bowl this. He goes wide and full, and it's tempting for someone like Joe Denley, who loves to favour that offside. It's wide, and it's full expansive throw of the bat.
That one will be wide, I think. Yeah. Hafiz is looking to work his way across to the offside, looking for that leg side, the shorter boundary, of course. Brathwaite doing well. Oh, swing and a miss. That one stayed a little bit low. End of the 14th, 108 for 3.
जी उसामा जी, आप बता रहे थे हमारे हीरोज़ के बारे में, तो मुझे बताएं कि ये इसका मोटिव क्या है? आप बता रहे थे पोल्यूशन कम करना है या क्या, इलेक्ट्रिक व्हीकल्स?
दुनिया भर में अगर आप देखें तो जो फ्यूचर है वो इलेक्ट्रिक व्हीकल्स का ही है। फॉसिल फ्यूल से जो एनवायरमेंटल पोल्यूशन हो रही है वो आपके सामने, उसके रिजल्ट भी आपके सामने हैं। अगर पाकिस्तान में अभी स्टेप्स नहीं लिए जाएँ तो वी विल बी लेफ्ट आउट अगेन इन दिस फील्ड। तो हमारी जो इस्टेब्लिश हुई थी टीम बैक इन 2014 तो इसी टारगेट से हुई थी कि पाकिस्तान में इलेक्ट्रिक व्हीकल की इंडस्ट्री का एक सेटअप, एक बेस प्रोड्यूस करें, और इसके रिज़ल्ट भी अब आप देख रही हैं कि बहुत ज़्यादा इस चीज़ पे अब इक़दाम लिए जा रहे हैं, बहुत ज़्यादा स्टेप्स ली जा रही हैं टू प्रमोट इलेक्ट्रिक व्हीकल्स।
All right, I think there's been another wicket and this interview is truly cursed. It's back to the commentary box.
Thanks, Zainab. Another electric piece of bowling. 108 for 4 it becomes. Ben Dunk goes, he gets one wide of off stump, can't get enough on it, just a little outside edge, good wronging.
It's a googly that's done it, and Shahid Afridi accepts the cash, but it was always on the cards. He was going to bowl that googly to the left-hander straight away. Ben Dunk out for 1, 108 for 4.
One 108 for 4 now, back-to-back wickets. Joe Denley and then Ben Dunk, and that brings Samit Patel to the crease for the Lahore Qalandars. Still got Hafiz there, who's flying along, 57 off 31. Oh, turn and bounce. Encouragement. Let's go back to sideline. Try again, Zainab.
Well, hopefully third time lucky, Dooley. I'm just going to get him to sign this lovely T-shirt. You're doing, wonderfully well. ज़बरदस्त आपका इनिशिएटिव है पाकिस्तान की एनवायरनमेंट को बेहतर करना. प्लीज़ अपना साइन करें यहाँ पे. आजकल हम वैसे भी देख रहे हैं बहुत स्मॉग है in the air, so that's what we need. Electrical vehicles is the future. Thank you so much, Usama. All the best, and yeah, it's back to you guys.
Thank you, Zainab. Usman Qadir, just some real genuine turn here now. Boys, we thought that this would happen during the day game. Thought there would be some turn later in the piece, and that'll encourage the Qalandars.
Yeah, and the two men out there, Hafiz and Samit Patel, will enjoy seeing this turn, because that's exactly what they will want to extract out of this pitch when it's their turn. Samit Patel, he has taken the new ball with his left arm spin. this is too wide. And the end of Ben Dunk never got close to the ball. Shahid Afridi with the simple catch. So no histrionics from Ben Dunk today.
Yeah, and with the day game, the conditions won't really change when Qalandars have the ball, so it won't necessarily skid onto the bat. So maybe chasing might not just be as simple as it's been before.
Yeah, exactly. You're right. Morgan, nicely bowled. I'm going to give Samit Patel the benefit of the doubt there and say that he read that. Oh, beautifully bowled. No benefit there, Chief. Sorry, I'm not sure he read that one. But it's turned, it's bounced. This is good now. 15 gone, 112 for 4. Five to go for the Lahore Qalandars. Match one of our Friday double feature. David Visa, Shaheen Shah Afridi and Ahmed Daniel to come. So imagine a lot to do for these two players at the crease and for David Visa to maybe finish things off in the last couple of overs.
He's often been that man, David Visa. He hits the ball a long way and he's awkward. Goes downtown. Sohail Khan is back.
Punched hard towards point. Just be one.
Oh. And the options for Multan Sultans are that Afridi and Usman Qadir have an over each. Will Rizwan be brave enough to let them bowl those overs? Because I think the spinners are much more difficult now on this track to get away. I think Usman Qadir, especially getting the ball to turn, he might get one over, but will Afridi get an over?
Lovely Yorker.
Sohail Khan is one of the best deliverers of the slower ball out of the back of the hand. That's when the back of the hand faces the batsman when he delivers it. It has got such wonderful deception. He hasn't used it today, generally because when he started with the brand new ball he got such good shape.
On fine, I don't think he'll get there. No, he won't. Good effort from the young man, but unfortunately the Hani couldn't quite haul it in.
Yeah, even with that improvised third man, this one so quickly and just went slightly finer off that boundary rider that it sped away to the fence. There's a short man, third man in place, and then there's almost a deep gully on the fence.
Gets away with that. A little bit of width, but not too wide.
strong man, Sohail Khan, who's played 9 test matches for Pakistan, made his test debut here. He's also played in 13 one-day internationals for Pakistan, including the ICC Cricket World Cup 2015 and 5 T20Is. And the HBL score prediction, 162.
Slower ball just gone wrong there, I think, a little bit. I don't think it was the back of the hand one, it was more of the off-cutter type slower ball. It's just slipped completely out of the hand.
Yeah, the back of the hand is almost googly, really. It's gone haywire, but you can see what the planning is. Short side on the leg side, everything outside off, and try and keep it away from the batsman, hide the ball.
All this time, the slow ball had me all confused. Lucky I wasn't facing it.
You'd have done all right. It's wide anyway, so
wouldn't have mattered.
And you would have smiled if you had that big fiend smile moment with the donut. Had some of those, Alan, in the morning?
No, I
Not today.
Stay clear of those. Danny's had a few. It's a long off and a long on now for Hafiz, this last ball of the 16th.
A little bit of innovation, but it's a long way outside off stump. There might have been a little bit of bat as well, I think. So a single to finish the over. 16 gone, 121 for 4.
Hit down the ground, but straight to the man.
Same, Ricky, same.
There has been turn. And today, well, significant turn, 4.1 degrees. And it's a day game, so don't think that'll change much.
With the turn, it also has stayed in the pitch, making it difficult for the batsman to form the gap. Chance of a run out. And Hafiz is run out. What a wicket. And this juncture of the game for Multan Sultans. They're in control.
Not quite going to the script here for Lahore. No, he's sent him back. Samit. Yeah, furious. There was a slip as well for Hafiz, and so beautifully set and in such good form as well, Hafiz. He's got to go for 60 of 35, and Lahore lose their 5th wicket at 122. Tall, angular figure here of David Visa, South African. Well, against Multan, he's got a good strike rate, 185. Likes to give a long handle, 126 runs in those 5 matches, but it's Samit Patel on strike, and it's work it for one. And so there you go, Mr. Visa. It's over to you.
Yeah, it's not an unfamiliar situation for Visa. He's there because of this. A bit of misunderstanding, a bit of slip for Hafiz. All gathered to pick up a huge wicket for Multan Sultans. He's disappointed. Pressure on him now.
Slip in. Yeah, it's just holding nice, as you said, Amir. Day game, sun's out, beating down on the pitch, and the spinners just getting a little bit more grip.
Now here's the evidence. That ball was darted in, but it stayed in the pitch. Samit Patel couldn't get the timing right. Hit the ball straight to the fieldsman, and rest was in favour of them. Googly picked up by Samit Patel, worked the ball on the onside for a single. Need boundaries. Lahore Qalandars, that's for sure.
Another good over here for Multan. Just the 4 and a wicket. The big wicket too, key one of Hafiz. So Kadir finished strongly here. That smaller pocket on the ground for yet another single. So 5 singles and a wicket. It's 126 for 5. Top half gone. Hafiz stands out like a beacon. 60 and 35, Denley at 31. Any other contributions so far? Hence they're struggling here, Lahore. To Palti. Get it down, you fellas. Tasty. So Afridi. So you got one more and into the death overs. So we've got 3 overs to go. And these fellows a little bit worried about proceedings. They need to Palti in a moment. And there it is. Oh, lovely. Too short here, Afridi, and Visa cashes in.
And he got the pace as well. A quickish delivery from Shahid Afridi. There was no need to do that. Gave the luxury to the batsman to use the pace and hit the ball into the gap. Important boundary for Lahore Qalandars.
Always missed out here, Visa. Again, just a little too short, wasn't it? The Google and the other one.
Never arrived. It was through the short. He sort of Q-ended it. Googly or the straighter one, and he's through the short. Quite lucky to still be out there. Almost through the short when the ball had arrived.
Now, these two teams met in the eliminator recently in November, of course, and Lahore won that match, 182 for 6 in that first innings, thanks to Visa's 48 not out off just 21. So he did light up Karachi, sorry, carved it. So we all know what Visa can do. Oh, the Brighton mascot, they're all here. Of course, now Baz, you'll be able to enlighten us. I think they're going to let more crowd in. There's a bigger percentage coming in from the weekend onwards.
Yeah, 50%. And goes wide again. Just keeping the ball outside off stump. You know that the leg side is the shorter side, but probably more difficult to play off the back foot of Afridi. Never retire. Well, he hasn't retired for quite a while.
Well, he's got teeth, still got those teeth, Shahid Afridi, and showing them. Oh, there was time for Wiese to show his teeth. Saw that flight outside the off stump, and he pounced on it, picked off his bat.
What a great way to end the over, an HBL PSL maximum. It's 138 for 5 now.
The over extra cover is always such a classy shot. Width on offer, but the bat swing through the line with the spin. Classy.
Yeah, just a couple of overs to go. But, now can they get there? Can they breach 160? It'd be a pretty good effort. Two big strikers in though, and Samit Patel and David Visa. Had a balance of spin and pace throughout this innings. And Multan, here's more pace. Young Dahani. He's found a little bit of a gap here. Work for Brathwaite. And you get a brace here. Yeah, no stumping so far, gents, but I suppose predominantly more night games. It's be interesting in the day games whether the old batsman, those dancing shoes on, I want to moose it. No one being stumped yet.
It tells you how good the footwork of the batsman has become.
Another good one. So here's the strategy, and rightly so. Yorker, go full, close down the angle, and do not allow any of the batters to get up and over and go back to the scoreboard because it's so small there.
J-Dot fast delivery. 145 clicks, but look at the field set, which was a squarish third man and a point out at the boundary, and you thought short and wide, but now there's a change in field, so maybe Rizwan trusting him to just nail those Yorkers. Now there's a short third man and a short point, and there's one man out on the offside.
Oh dear, it's gone away. Is it enough? No, it's well taken. Tough catch in the end because there's no clouds. It's a clear blue ceiling, as we say. And Brathwaite wonderfully judged.
Excellent thinking from the fast bowler. With his field placing, he was telling the batsman it's going to be full, it's going to be a Yorker. Instead, ball that bouncer. Look at those Jubilee safe hands. Buckets there. Good catch, well judged. And another wicket for the youngster. 13 from the bat of Wiese, and it's 141 for 6.
Dahani. That's a beauty. Really is. Great length. Yeah, nice change of you to say, Amir Sohail. Fuller ones, and then the bumper.
And it was high enough, so he couldn't control it, but Brathwaite did control it. Delight.
Also, the line of that bouncer was very good. When you're looking to pull the ball, it has to be at the arm length. Cramp the batsman by bowling straight. Huiza couldn't get the elevation right, nor the timing.
Last ball, 147, so he's ramping it up here, Dahani. There's a small part of the ground here at the National. It's gone all the way. Samit Patel with a bit of oomph.
The first time in this over, the youngster, Dahani, faltered. Bowled outside the off stump and the length ball. And that's what the batter was looking for, Samit Patel. He got that, pounced on it, and hit an important six.
Yeah, just that length allowed him to free his arm over the offside. So far, he's been brilliant in the over. Yorker, bouncer, or just a length ball disappearing.
And short. Could be out. Oh, he's palmed it. Is that Sohail? Sohail Khan, what are you doing? He's palmed that for 4. Ends the over, brings up the 150. It's 151 for 6 here.
I don't think Sohail Khan is a keen footballer. He just reacted like a goalkeeper over there, helping the ball over the pole. Could have been a great save in football, but not in cricket.
It was 13 off that penultimate over, so it has allowed Lahore to get over 150 now. So here we go, 6 balls left, and the man who was the goalkeeper and palmed it over the bar went for 4. Can he redeem himself here, Sohail? That's a good start to the over, no damage, but it does allow Samit Patel, as they call him in the trade, the little bruiser, to get on with it. 24 off 17, Samit Patel. He's hit 2 4s and 1 6. Strong character. Can give it some.
24 so far from the batter, Samit Patel, from 17 deliveries. Have a look at that. Should have taken that. Probably misjudged it. You're talking about Samit Patel in the parlance of the game. These are very important runs, 24 of them. And if you could add 10 more and bring some respectability to the total.
Square leg in the circle, and the leg side, the shorter side, so probably trying to target the leg side. But if he goes over extra cover, the offside field as well, there's a squarish third man and a squarish deep point, so going over extra is also an option.
That's it, what a beauty. Tailed as well. Spot on there from Sohail.
As a bowler, he put a lot of pressure on himself with this field placing. He has to be absolutely precise with his line of length. And that's what we saw with his previous delivery. In dipping Yorker. As a bowler, you can't afford to err in your line of lengths. Otherwise, you'll be penalised. But so far, so good for Sohail. He was brilliant with the new ball. Had the ball wobbling around. put pressure on the batters.
One will probably suffice here. Yeah, Samit Patel just says to Shaheen, got the strike back. It's proving to be a good over. Just singles, you take that. 6 singles in the death overs, outstanding. Baz, you've got your long on and long off. You've got extra cover here, Bazikar. What else? Got third man in the back. You're liking this field?
Reverse sweep? No, Danny? I love that third man. It's a very, very fine third man. I was just going a little squarer, but he's almost next to the wicketkeeper.
So you think the scoop's on? Cheeky.
Ice cream scoop.
Well, in my opinion, to start with, he has to move across that off stump and open up that square leg. Abad. The thing with Samit Patel, he likes to hit the ball square of the wicket on the offside. He likes a bit of room in a predicament, Samit Patel.
Well, again, it's just underlining the execution here of Sohail. The Yorker he's renowned for. He's getting it spot on at the moment. But 2 to go. I need that predictor. Could they get to 160? Still possible. Get in with a back-to-back boundary scenario. Be nice. They'd really love a 6 and a 4 or something like that. But he's bowling beautifully here. Is Sohail Khan. Shaheen Chadafridi, tail ender on strike. Downtown for 1. Once again, just another single. It's all it's been in the whole of this 20th over. They have got Samit Patel. Boundary here be handy.
So has he made up for that drop catch?
Tell you after this delivery. Rip his poles out here, and should Multan win? Yep, I reckon it's okay, Baz. Good bit made up for that. Bit of goalkeeper.
That's a lot of stuff that has to come true, and then he'll make it up for him. But Afridi, he told him to bowl a good over, and he's done exactly that.
Just to get him a little clip round
yeah.
the head. A little smack on the back of the head. Come on, son, finish off. Do this, Sohail. The final delivery of the innings here for the Lahore Qalandars. Oh, it's quick and full. I'll get through for a bye, and that's all. So really, yeah, just singles of every delivery of the final over allows the Lahore Qalandars to get to 157 for 6. Yeah, it was a very good final over from Sohail Khan. He ended up with none for 24 from his 4. So bang on 6 with the economy, you take that most of the time. Deserved a wicket in a way up front there with that swing and that pace early on. Sohail it was, but I don't think they'll be too upset about this, Multan, restricting it to 157.
That's a brilliant effort, isn't it? But this innings never got going. Yes, there was instance when Hafiz and Denley got going. It a bit of momentum to the innings. Once they were removed, there was no looking back for Multan Sultan. Lahore Qalandars ended up scoring 157, and Mohammad Hafiz, no guesses there, was the top scorer.
Yeah, restricted here because the last 4 overs, last 5, beg your pardon, 5 overs only went for 45. So went for 9s. That's not good enough. So underlines those bowling there, pretty good. 2 for Dahani, 2 for Brathwaite, and 1 for Quetta. Yeah, here at the National, they want 158 at their turn of bat. Yes, new surface. This is pitch number 6 here for match 7. And very nice surface indeed here in the middle on this fabulous Friday.
Okay, time to have a word with Salman Dhani, who was once again brilliant out there in the middle. Shahnawaz, बहुत अच्छी आपने बॉलिंग की. लग रहा है कि आप PSL में बहुत ज़्यादा एंजॉय कर रहे हैं.
जी, बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम. सबसे पहले तो मैं पूरी ऑडियंस का शुक्रगुजार हूँ और अपने टीम मैनेजमेंट का शुक्रगुजार हूँ. और अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह मेरा फर्स्ट सीज़न है ये PSL का और बहुत ही एंजॉय कर रहा हूँ और पूरा क्राउड मुझे सपोर्ट कर रहा है. इवन पूरा पाकिस्तान मुझे सपोर्ट कर रहा है. बिल्कुल मैं बहुत एंजॉय कर रहा हूँ इस साल PSL को.
अच्छा, आज जो पिच थी वो थोड़ी सी मुख्तलिफ थी, तो क्या आपने एडजस्टमेंट की जिसकी वजह से आपको कामयाबी मिली?
जी बिल्कुल, आज ना विकेट थोड़ा फ्लैट था और बैटिंग के लिए बहुत ही फेवर में थी और उसके लिए मैंने फर्स्ट न्यू बॉल में तो मैंने हार्ड लाइन को हिट करने की कोशिश की और उसमें मुझे कामयाबी मिली. मैंने फ़खर जमान का विकेट लिया और उसके बाद बिल्कुल फ्लैट हो गई थी विकेट. डेथ ओवरों में थोड़ी मुश्किल हो रही थी. यॉर्कर मतलब वो लेंथ बॉल हो रही थी. जैसे हफीज़ भाई ने बहुत ही अच्छी इनिंग खेली है और एंड दी एंड मैंने लास्ट ओवर जो मैंने यॉर्कर की है ट्राई वो बिल्कुल एक्यूरेट गई है.
आप समझते हैं कि 157 आराम से आपके बैट्समैन कर लेंगे?
जी बिल्कुल, हमारे पास बैटिंग लाइनअप बहुत अच्छी है जिसमें फॉरेन प्लेयर्स हैं. हमारे रिजवान भाई वो फॉर्म में है. इंशाल्लाह हम ये इसको टोटल चेस करेंगे इंशाल्लाह.
बहुत बहुत मुबारक हो. एंजॉय करें जाके और दुआ करें कि आपकी टीम ये मैच जीते, क्योंकि अभी तक आपने मैच नहीं जीता.
थैंक यू सो मच. थैंक यू सो मच. थैंक यू सो मच.
Yeah, good stuff. Young man, he's good with the new ball. He said he wanted to hit his lengths, and then the pitch started to flatten out. He had to change it up a little, but also confident that Rizwan is in good form. Said Dhani, and he said, "Yeah, we'll get these. We'll knock them off." We'll take a break and come back with the reply.
Welcome back to the National Stadium, Karachi. The Lahore Qalandars against Multan Sultans. This is match 7 in the 6th edition of this tournament, and we've seen the Lahore Qalandars who are put into bat a little bit tougher on this pitch this afternoon, but Hafiz with a polished innings once again. 60, it's the first time he's been out in this tournament. 60 from 35 run out. Joe Denley 31, Samit Patel 26, and David Visa with 13. Well, opening the innings, this was first to go was Sohail Akhtar, caught by Usman Khader of the bowling of Brathwaite. Pakistan caught behind off the bowling of Shahnawaz Dahani. And a couple of early wickets. It was left to Joe Denley with Mohammad Hafiz to start to get this Lahore Qalandars innings back on track. Hafiz makes things look so easy these days. He is so much in control of his game, and he's in imperious form. Straight down the ground, doesn't matter. He just celebrates half centuries as a matter of course these days. Joe Denley as well getting in on the act before he went after a wide one from Brathwaite, who tends to bowl that line, bowls wide. Ben Dunk didn't last too long before he was out caught by Afridi off Usman Khader. And this was so unnecessary. Samit Patel turning down the run, and Hafiz just about kept his emotions in check. David Visa with a couple of big blows before he tried to hook this one. Went straight up in the air. Good catch taken by Carlos Brathwaite. Yes, out it was. And Samit Patel adding runs at the end. 26 not out from the Englishman, as Lahore Qalandars finished 157 for 6. Sultans, Sohail Khan, never mind the fielding slip, he was economical with his bowling. 4 overs, none for 24. 2 for 39, Dahani. He looks good. Brathwaite 2 for 20. Excellent spell from him. None for 41 from Afridi. Khader 1 for 31 in his 4 overs. So the target is 158 for the Multan Sultans. Will it be third time lucky? They've lost their first 2. We'll take a short break, and we'll be back shortly. Shaheen Shah Afridi not achieving swing. The target is 158, and as you say, Baz, you're quite right. If Chris Lynn gets going, it won't be that much. The Gillette countdown. Shaheen Afridi. Fakhr Zaman is at slip, and it's Rizwan taking first ball. I always feel there's something a little bit extra when you're bowling to somebody who's really in the high echelons of the national side, and Shaheen Afridi you'll always in your mind want to produce something a bit more to someone like Rizwan.
Shaheen Afridi himself is the leader of the pack in Pakistan team's attack, so yes, right now what we've seen with Lynn is that he likes the ball within his stumps or close to him. The one that's leaving him is the problem, but with him with the new ball, the Yorker's not far off.
Oh, well bowled. That's the shape that he's always looking for.
Saw some swing there. Shaheen Afridi, good exponent of swing, excellent seam position coming back into Lynn. That's a good start here from Shaheen. Obviously don't have a lot of runs on the board as opposed to what we've seen in the couple of games before, but it is a day game, and Alan, like you mentioned, the pitch behaving slightly different to what we've seen in the night games.
Wonderful strike, the exocet from Shaheen Shah Afridi.
Yeah, the Yorker with the new ball swinging back in, and well, Chris Lynn had no answer. That is an absolute beauty. J. Fast delivery, hits off stump, middle stump out of the ground, off stump to leg stump standing. And Shaheen Shah Afridi, cock a hoop. What a start for Qalandars, what a start for Shaheen Shah Afridi. Chris Lynn without scoring, 1 for 1.
James Vince, the Englishman, with 84. That's his best. That was in the last match that he played against Zalmi. Oh goodness, radar, where have you gone? Oh, he knows it. That's the last thing you want to do, is give a sighter to someone like James Vince. That was just the most brilliant delivery to remove Chris Lynn.
Everything on target here, full and straight. You miss, I hit. What a delivery and what a start Shaheen Shah Afridi's gotten Lahore off to, and unfortunately for Chris Lynn, he's not in the best of forms and his misery continues here in this seasons of PSL. Wonderful energy from the young man.
And from last year's PSL, this man, Shaheen, has taken 27 wickets in the power play, more than anyone else. Short upper part of the bat. And that's not just PSL, that's all his T20 cricket. So he really is such a strike power force with the brand new ball.
Yeah, the control and the swing as a left armer is superb, and that is done at at pace. So straight away, you have to be right with your balance and be able to locate that in-swinging Yorker.
Oh, lovely looking shot from Rizwan. This will go all the way for 4. Bright-o, colourful drive it certainly was.
On the other hand, Rizwan continues his good form. We've all spoken about this repeatedly. Quick hands. Got on top of the bounce there, just stroked it pleasantly away. He's a very good player.
Slip has been taken away now for Rizwan, and he will take the bowling. So plenty happening in that first over. Chris Lynn has gone. It's 8 for 1. Chris Lynn's had a lean time. 3 matches, he's got 2 runs. 1, 1 and 0 still to come. So Sohaib Maqsood, Riley Rousseau, the South African, Kushdil Shah, Carlos Brathwaite, Shahid Afridi, Sohail Khan can bat. Not sure about Osman Kader. Bazid Khan will have to tell me about that. And Dahani. So Chris Lynn, his lean spell continues. Salman Mirza, who's been brought back into this side for this match, match number 7. So many good left armers, left arm quicks in Pakistan. It's been a feature of the PSL from its inception.
Could have been an opportunity there for Rizwan. A gentle full toss to begin with. Well, the Brighto mascot is having a good time at the stadium, as all of we are, and hope the viewers are enjoying the action between this Lahore Qalandars and Multan Sultan match. Obviously Multan losing the first early wicket.
Chris Lynn, poor fellow, he's not troubling the scorers too much, is he? No swing on offer there. Rizwan just caresses him through extra for 4.
And the ball just moving away from him, and he's made sure that he's played this through cover. Hasn't gone down the line, hasn't hit it through mid-off. He's gone through extra cover with the swing. And this man is on top of his game.
What I like there, he's created a bit of an angle himself to caress it past the cover fielder, to hit it into that vacant, which has now been blocked by an additional fielder brought there. They're tightening the inside field on the right, on the onside. Oh, it hit the stumps on the direct hit. Will pick up another run on the overthrow. Looks like the batsman is comfortably in.
Well, you get penalised for accuracy. David Visa. Unfortunately for him, it's a very, very good piece of fielding. And you get penalised.
What about game awareness? Where does that come through?
Oh, it had to come from the chief sledger. Oh, he beats Smith off as well. Perfectly timed by Rizwan.
Wow, what a crisp stroke that is. And what I like here is he's been creating those angles to get it through cover. And now he's gone straight back past the bowler. Expensive here for Salman Mirza, but what a stroke that is from Rizwan.
Well, every bowler feels those two fingers on the seam, but what is important is how you release the ball, and his release is not conducive to swinging the ball back into the right-hander. It's just a subtle change of wrist, but if you watch his wrist, that looks okay there, but he pushes, his wrist is in the wrong position. You see, it feathers his fingers on the inside of the seam. It's just a subtle change. You're not talking about much. You must feel it in the back of the wrist. There, you see those fingers are not operating in sync. They're not coming down the back of the ball. And that, when he starts doing that, he will start to get a bit more shape in swing to the right-hander. But he's not short of pace.
We'll have to reload that one. He's been given a wide. Yeah, interesting observation there, Alan. We keep talking about this, as Dooley calls it, conveyor belt of fast bowlers that Pakistan keeps producing, both right and left armers. And they've got the greats in the game to learn from, but yet definitely in this day and age you need the ball swinging back in and yet having one to shape away.
And that's something that Shaheen has worked at over the years. It's going to be 4 more. No swing, nothing straightening. It's 4. End of the over. 24 for 1, 2 gone.
A lovely shot through the offside. Vince always looks extremely pretty. Classy cover drive, but the width and the length offered was bound to be punished.
It's a very good start, this from Multan. 16 from that over from Salman Mirza. Shaheen Afridi is going to come round the wicket now to Rizwan. Little bit of width, too much. Rizwan, that is a magic wand he's got in his hands.
We saw Hafiz and the ball was pinging off his bat, but Rizwan, well, it's maybe the bat with the springs, because it's going some.
Not a smart hit here from Rizwan, and he's been spectacular to watch. Just times the ball, effortless. He's raised to 21, just of the 9 deliveries now.
On him quickly. On him very... Oh! Yes, all right. Right, meanwhile, good news, because this is a ticket update for this HBL PSL. You can purchase your tickets exclusively from bookme.pk or download the BookMe app, mobile app. 50% now the capacity is allowed to watch matches at the stadium. Carry your original CNIC to the stadium for verification, and no one will be allowed to enter the stadium without a face mask. So bring your face mask, wear it. Oh, some good footwork there. So that's wonderful news, isn't it? So we've got 50% attending now the matches here in Karachi, and there's a good bit of banter going on between these two teammates, of course.
Yeah, wonderful news, and the face mask is wonderful news as well. Danny Morrison and myself wear that face mask, and it suits us because it hides our face. The rest of you are all right.
Short ball, not going anywhere. Yes, I'll pick it up and you can have it back. And I don't think he's expecting this. But that all comes under the spirit of cricket. A good tap on the head. A friendly tap. Bowled. James Vince can't do anything with that. That's bullet straight with a little bit of shape. No way can he offer a stroke for that.
Well, you just mentioned the friendly banter and the Parkview Spirit of Cricket Awards. Karachi Kings, Lahore Qalandars, Zalmi and the Gladiators all with 16 points. Multan Sultan down there at the bottom. Rizwan's big wry smile might give them a few points here.
Just too friendly, Rooch. Too friendly.
Wide. And he's got away with it. 3 gone, 29 for 1. The chasing 158. Lahore Qalandars put into bat 157 for 6. And out of that, 60 coming from Mohammad Hafiz. Joe Denley with 31. Samit Patel 26 not out towards the end. Multan have lost their first 2 matches in this tournament, losing to Islamabad and to Peshawar Zalmi. And Lahore have won their first 2, beating Zalmi and Quetta Gladiators. It's a warm day today, around about 30, 31. A little bit of a breeze, it'll cool down tonight. Now then, 4th over of the innings, and it's Samit Patel. Often he's taken the brand new ball.
And it did turn in that first inning, so there might be a bit of help for Samit.
No, I think that's wise from James Vince, who said, no way am I going to go back for a second. Always time for a Tapal tea moment. In fact, the green tea on a very warm day. Oh no, it's gone straight up in the air. Who's underneath it? Haris Rauf takes the catch, and Samit Patel with his left arm spin strikes early.
James Vince doesn't have the best track record against left arm spin to begin with, but you mentioned Alan, he takes a new ball, he is capable of picking up wickets. Followed him as he went down, didn't get a hold of it. Got the top edge, and Haris Rauf makes no mistake. Jubilee's safe hands there from Haris Rauf. Lahore have yet another breakthrough now. Multan have lost 2 wickets for 30. James Vince walks back to 5.
Sohaib Maqsood is the new batsman for Multan. 2 down now, 30 for 2. We're in the 4th over. Samit Patel has struck. So Sohaib Maqsood, who made 50 on his ODI debut for Pakistan against South Africa some 8 seasons ago now. That's the way to wear the face masks. Got to wear those to come in and watch the cricket at the National Stadium, where capacity has been increased to 50%. I think it was a good move by the Qalandars to get Samit Patel into the bowling attack, take pace off, but James Vince will be livid with this.
Yeah, the ball coming back in, no spin on it, so it was cramped.
Catch is the call, there's no one out there, and they're going to possibly have a look at this. 4 it is.
Bit of an ingenious stroke here from Rizwan. He's moved across the stumps. He's given it that clobber. It's been actually a fantastic stroke. He's got both his fine and square fielders in for Rizwan. A little bit of a debate now. Samit trying to get his leg side field correct. And he's made that change now. He sends square leg back on the fence. And he's got mid-wicket coming up into the circle, preventing or cutting that angle that Rizwan plays a sweep really well.
Gone after him again. Straighter this time. That's a terrific blow. He's absolutely brimming with confidence, Rizwan.
The toying with Samit Patel also. Now there was a deep square leg in place, so he's gone for the slog sweep. He's gone over mid-wicket. This is fantastic batting. He loves a sweep shot, loves that slog sweep shot, but the awareness to do it correctly and do it when it matters.
Now that backward squares are now gone in that forward deep mid-wicket position for that sweep slog. And he'll take a single. A great throw again from Visa. Are they going to be penalised again? Couple of overthrows having hit the stumps, and that's 2 more. So that's 3 for Rizwan. Last ball of the 4th over. It's 41 for 2.
(117 off 96 required), 41 for 2, the Sultans. Heavily reliant once again on Mohammad Rizwan. Harris Ralph into the attack, and alongside me, Danny Morrison, Amir Sohail.
Well, Harris Ralph is a wicket taker. There should be a good contest between Rizwan, who's showing a lot of game awareness. At the start of the innings, it was highly imperative for Multan Sultan to make the most of the power play. Ball coming onto the bat, the newish one. And that's what he has done. He's taken few chances, although they have lost 2 wickets, but this innings in good stead.
Oh, swung away powerfully behind square on the leg side for 4. Such good nick is Rizwan.
Yeah, you can't afford to err in your line of length. If you're tad short, you'll be penalised. If you're tad fuller, Rizwan can punish you. He's in a punishing mood at the moment. He's dealing in boundaries.
Yeah, that asking rate's only now 7.2, but they have lost 2 quality overseas players in Lynn and Vince.
Oh, brilliantly fielded. Thought he'd got it through, but very well done.
Talk about sighting the ball big. He's been brilliant. He seldom tries to hit the ball very hard, relies on the timing, and plays the ball late. And that has been working well. And then this kind of improvisation makes him a very dangerous batsman.
Good single. Yeah, talking about Chris Lynn, 1-1-0 in the tournament so far. To get going as yet.
See, that what baffles me. You know, if you have a player like Rizwan batting so well, all you need to do if you're partnering him, just bide your time. Look for singles rather than employing those expensive strokes. Here you go, another one. 50 on the board in no time.
Well, he's hot to trot. He's Mohammad Rizwan. Lovely little patch he is in. Ralph, who's no slouch. And for a seam-up bouncer, can often get it around 150 clicks. He's pumping along here at about 140 odd. Nice.
You need to have him in your fantasy team, Rizwan. In the last few games, played Jubilee My Stars 11 fantasy cricket. Win prizes worth Pakistan rupee 1 crore, not a million crore, Alan. Log on to www.mystars11.net. All your terms and conditions apply. Who's about to send the PCB broke? It was Alan Wilkins, they were gone.
Out of your own pocket that, Alan, I'm afraid now.
Nice drive, but well done, Harris Ralph. 10 from the over, 51 for 2.
Well, he's been absolutely brilliant. Talk about manoeuvring the length of the ball. Here's the evidence. Look, he moved outside the line of that delivery in order to place that ball away from the fieldsman at fine leg. And if, as a batsman, you learn to do this, you'll be consistent, you'll be dangerous.
Well and truly ahead of the curve there, Multan Sultans. 1 over remaining of the fielding restrictions, so the batting power play. 6 overs, of course, and Ahmed Daniel. The player who runs in a bustling action, quite a short in stature bowler.
Reminds me of Danny Morrison.
He's a bit stronger, and a lot shorter run up. He's got brains.
Right, yesterday's fantasy winner, Mohammad Shabazz, 614.5 points. That was the Jubilee My Stars 11 Fantasy League winner for yesterday. That was match number 6. Very good scoring, actually. Had plenty of good players in your team, obviously. Oh, whipped away, leg side chance. No, just short. Shaheen Shah Afridi.
He's been decent. Daniel hits the deck hard. Lahore Qalandars desperate for a wicket. Came very close on that occasion. Just a bit more timing. That ball would have gone straight to the fieldsman at deep square leg.
Just off pace a little bit. Good call from Maqsood.
You get Riley Rousseau waiting in the wings, so he's due in at 5. Powerhouse batting, but say Vince and Lynn missing out. Very frustrating, that top order, but yeah, can't rely on Rizwan all the time.
Little hold up here, wants a change. Third man coming up inside, no, decides against it in the end. Sends him back. Wild. Wild and wide. Rebowl that one.
And another little sighter here for Maqsood, who just got to the crease. He got that 36 off 21 the other night, match 5, in a losing cause against Zalmi. But a fine stroke maker himself, this fella. Strong in stature. Loves going over the top.
Slower ball, beautifully timed through the offside for 4.
Shoaib Maqsood is highly talented, but moody. But this time around, he got the ball in the slot. Didn't waste the opportunity, just timed the ball into the gap. First boundary for Shoaib.
She played with a few of those, Amir. Hey, talented but moody. Had a few of those in the dressing room.
Hashtag that's cricket.
Again, timing, but just straight to Hafiz. It's all about wickets, isn't it, for Qalandars? You just get the feeling that with this start inside the power play and bat 20 overs, you'd say they should get home, the Multan Sultans, so you have to find a way to chip wickets out. Hafiz and Samit Patel, the 2 spinners available, saw some turn in the first innings. Swing and a miss to finish off. 7 from the over, 58 for 2 after the power play.
Oh, it was a beauty to Lynn. Wonderful radar he's got early, and he's got such a record in the power play as Afridi. And then Rizwan to the 4. Again in this purple patch. Vince. He's in good form too, but this will be very frustrating for him to get out this early in the power play. So a couple down the power play. Yeah, Lahore desperately need another one.
Oh, that 1 over in the power play, Samit Patel picked up the wicket. Went for 12.
Important passage of the play for both the sides. Multan Sultans would love to carry on with the momentum which has been given by Rizwan. And for Lahore Qalandars, couple of wickets.
Very simple action. Samit Patel, been a very good operator for a long time.
Down.
Nice flight on that one.
I was quite impressed with taking a selfie, keeping the mask on. These are the protocols you have to follow.
Yeah, well, it's great news. I heard Alan Wilkins mention the fact that ECB have permission now to allow 50% crowds in, which is great news for the whole tournament. Moving forward, of course, we're here until the 7th of March and then make our way to Lahore. Second half of HBL PSL. Riley Rousseau, Kush Dilshah, Carlos Brathwaite. Still to come.
Catch it, Semi.
Stuck in the surface a little.
Yeah, indeed. Of course, it's a fresh surface and was out there early having a little look. Yeah, just the odd one, isn't it? Just gripping and just holding in the pitch fractionally, particularly with the spinners. Or Summit, known in the trade as a donut.
Catch it!
Oh, Samit, the right hand was out. Couldn't quite get a hold of it though. 7 gone, 63 for 2. Just a tick over 7.3 and over required for the Multan Sultans. Saw what's to come, so there's plenty of batting left in the dugout at the moment. Ahmed Daniel with his second over. Oh, nicely timed into the leg side. Just be one.
Yeah, he's a wily old customer of Samit Patel. He's holding in the pitch. Get across. Sammy! Oh, Sammy. So close.
Now, after watching that over, Lahore Qalandars captain must have been thinking about the spinning options. And if those spinning options work well for Lahore Qalandar, the percentage for Lahore is going to change.
Yeah, well and truly one-sided at the minute. It's all about a couple of wickets. Pressure on. Where do they find them though at the moment? Rizwan's been so good, 46. He's just a boundary away. Another half century.
You're talking about the spinning options in Lahore Qalandar. Yes, Hafiz is there, but the captain can think about Fakhr Zaman's left arm spin as well. The ball is gripping and he bowls it very slow. It might work well for them.
Generally, Joe Denley, I was going to say, I've joined his names together there, Generally. Actually bowls a little bit of leg spin. Out of the back of the hand, slower ball.
Yeah, at times as a captain, you need to go on a punt. You have to try different options. If there is leg spinner, why not use him?
Yeah, and given it's a day game, we always said that the spinners would perhaps maybe have a bit of a say. Danielle loves his rugby's sense, and his favourite team would have to be the All Blacks from New Zealand. The youngster is the emerging player, of course, for those in green and grey.
That was a given for you, wasn't it? All Blacks, favourite.
Oh, of course.
High up. Who wants it? Nobody wants it. It's not going to carry. You've got to get in, though. You've got to get in and give it a chance. Fakhr Zaman. He's copying a few harsh words at the moment because he just did not make the effort.
He was the man coming in from the boundary. It's his. Oh, yeah. And it's the smaller side of the ground. I know the sun is setting there in the west into his eyes, but he's got the old goggles on. Has he? No, he hasn't. Where's the sunnies? Fakhr Zaman.
Oh, over the top. That's really clever from Rizwan. It was a slower ball. It's a brilliant half century from Mohammad Rizwan. His form continues.
What an innings. Innings of authority. Dictated terms. Dealt in boundaries. And nothing is impossible for him at the moment. Look at this stroke. I lost my bearing. How he managed to do that, please explain, Danny.
The old periscope. The old Oppo smart hit, you better believe it. The old periscope. And just helped it on its way. Beautiful. The bat sponsors, yep. Give them a plug, Rizzy. You better believe it.
Good sponsorship deal, hasn't it, of late? Got their money's worth, I tell you that much. He's been so good. Mohammad Rizwan. Oh, dear me. What? He's done well to get the stickers on that, and he wants the free hit. You know he wants the free hit. He's racing back. He said, I'm having some of this free hit. I'm not copying that for nothing.
It was tasty in terms of pace. Oh, yeah, those are finger breakers. Looking for the Yorker here, Danielle. Oh, yeah, hard, yeah. Both apologising, but really the bowler only. Look at this. Oh, get those on the gloves, you know about it.
It did well to react in time. Mohammad Rizwan.
What now? Does he go back to that slower ball and hold it into the surface? Does he look for the Yorker? Ahmad Daniel. Slower ball, gets away with it, just the one. Very well done. 8 overs gone, 74 for 2.
Yeah, very good Yorker. Brave to bowl it, emerging player. And that was the free hit, so it only cost one, and yeah, lovely. Lovely spirit of the game. Win a plot, go crazy. And 74 for 2 after 8 means they're going at just over 9s. Asking about 27. Yeah, there's been such a good vibe already in HBL PSL Season 6. He didn't mean to bowl that full beamer. Yeah, good hang time here. Really good hang time from Samit Patel, backing himself. Just floated it up a bit more. And again, slower, really nice.
Bowled really good over in the previous over as well. Got the ball to grip and turn, created some chances. put the big dive in as well.
Straight up, is it? Or is it safe? Oh, really is favouring Mohammad Rizwan of late. Getting runs and is getting the edge that disappears. Down to third man for this one now. Back over Ben Dunk's head and into no man's land.
Yeah, Lahore will be happy to see these chances being created. Ball gripping and turning ever so slightly. That's what they need here. They need to pick up some wickets because at the moment Multan looking very comfortable.
Oh yeah, close to cut with that angle. That was the quicker one from Samar Patel. Maqsood thought about an overthrow here, but thought better of it. Just a bit of sense and sensibility. Just calm down, says Rizzy. And having a laugh, yeah. Great spirit. To go from Patel on this over. It's going wide. There's some wide open spaces out here. This is the big side on the western side of Karachi National. With that sun setting, tricky, the fielders and the keeper alike. G'day, Alan.
Johnny had a bit of a sound problem there. Was gone, wasn't it? Direct hit, and he was on his way.
Big, got underneath it, helped himself to a biggie. Maqsood with a maximum to finish. Suddenly the over goes to 9 off. It's 83 for 2 here.
A huge hit here from Sohaib Maqsood. Got down and picked it up cleanly. Went across his stumps, picked up the line very early. Big hit, sailed over the fence.
Sprawling city of Karachi on the western coastline of the subcontinent. Some 26 million people occupy this city. So 158 is the target. Multan, this partnership now 53 from 37 balls. Rizwan is going well yet again. His previous match he's got his highest score of 71 in the PSL, and Maqsood with a couple of big blows.
Well, going Yorker, but missed it. Oh, and missed in the field. Fakhr Zaman, he's having a horror. On that eastern side, looking back into the sun, you've got to take these every afternoon.
Danny, it looks like you'll have to send those sunnies down you were using at the pitch report. Not quite sure why he's not wearing them. He has his sun, he's looking right into the sun, made the same mistake earlier on as well, didn't quite get in. It's a very casual effort. He was never looking like he was in the position to catch that. It's not a very good fielding effort there.
Replay said it all from Harris Ralph.
But why doesn't he call for a pair now? Why doesn't he just signal to get a pair now? That's a wide. You know, that's what gets me. I mean, the dugout, what, 80 yards away. So if you're fielding out there, although maybe then if he feels he can't field with them, I've never seen him in a pair of dark shades. So some people like them, some don't. But he's normally a very sound fielder, Fakhr Zaman.
Another let off for a Multan batsman. A little change of pace here from Ralph. All very comfortable at the moment for the Sultans.
A season or two ago he signed up to play for the Welsh county Glamorgan to play T20 cricket. Nobody could pronounce his name, so they called him Gary. But he settled for that anyway. There were a couple of other varieties, but he went for that.
Gary Zaman?
No, just Gary.
Okay.
Beautiful. He's a lovely fella, and he can give the ball a crack on his day.
As easy as you like. Let's keep rotating it. He's in such control. Hamid Rizwan. Can't afford to give him an opportunity.
Lots of live streaming options in Pakistan. Get into the action to watch on P Sports, MG1.TV, Zong TV, Jazz TV, Geo Super, TapMad, Crickwick, Zong Cricket and Zalmi TV. So lots of options, no excuses. We've got 71 now from 63. Multan looking very comfortable.
Pace on the ball and it'll run away for 4. Maqsood doesn't miss out.
He's quick onto that. He loves to cut. He's a very strong man. He gives the ball a real whack. It was wide. Good wrist work there. Glides it to the fence. The fielder had absolutely no chance.
A lovely balance from Maqsood. He's had his injury woes over the years. I remember years ago, had a bad ankle injury. Trying Yorker. Sweeper stops 4. Yeah, it's just all nice, ticking along. International broadcasters everywhere, looking at Pakistan, United Kingdom, New Zealand, oh, the Caribbean, and then in North America, to Africa, a bit of Australia, UAE next door. Yeah. Again, like you say, Raj, no excuses. Rouge, well done. Good pace, good pace to finish the 10th. 92 for 2. It's getting to that time. We're going to have a Tapalti strategic timeout. 92 for 2. Multan.
Well, that is the end of the Tapalti strategic timeout, and we have guest in the middle. Haris, क्या हाल है आपके?
मैं ठीक ठाक.
हारिस, obviously नई pitch है, बाकी जो पिचों पे मैच हुए हैं क्या मुख्तलिफ लग रहा है, क्योंकि थोड़ी सी डिफरेंट बिहेव करती हुई नजर आ रही है.
हाँ, जिस तरह पहली इनिंग थी उसमें थोड़ा सा नया बॉल जिस तरह सीम हो रहा था, और सेकंड इनिंग में उस तरह का सीम नजर नहीं आया बॉल जिस तरह पावर प्ले में.
और बिल्कुल, अगर रन रेट की बात करें, 9 के रन रेट से वो खेल रहे हैं, टारगेट आहिस्ता से कम होता चला जा रहा है. क्या प्लान्स हैं इस वक्त आपके विकेट लेने के?
बिल्कुल, जिस तरह अभी रिजवान भाई जिस तरह बैटिंग कर रहे हैं, वो जिस तरह हार्ड बॉल पर चार्ज ही कर रहे हैं, कोशिश ये करेंगे उनको आउट करें, विकेट्स लेंगे तभी मैच जीतेंगे.
चलिए जी हारिस, थैंक यू फॉर टॉकिंग टू अस एंड गुड लक.
थैंक यू सो मच.
Yeah, Haris obviously talking about Rizwan looking comfortable there in the middle, and then obviously they want to pick up his wicket because he will be the key man. Pitch behaving slightly different to the rest, but he's quite hopeful.
And I think Rizwan heard every word of that because he was standing right next to him. Every question you put to him, Rizwan was nodding in agreement.
Wanted to know what they'd spoken about, Alan.
Absolutely right. Now, Salman Mirza is going to bowl left arm round the wicket. He's lively, isn't he? He runs in with a lot of purpose. Talked earlier, Dan, that he's going to have to work on that wrist, but he's strong.
Yeah, I was just behind you when you're chatting with Bazir Khan at the time, and a great slow-mo replay. You're right, the fingers, the ball doesn't come out behind. They were splitting, and his wrist was subtly breaking. I want to get his fingers right behind the ball and give it a chance to have the seam up, particularly when you're trying to swing it. But yeah, some good raw materials. Strong fellow, sharp. Yeah, hurries the batter, but again those wrists, and such good touch. There's the skipper.
See, there you go. Listening to everything that he's telling us here. Fantastic. It's lovely access that we have to speak to the players, to speak to the support staff. Fantastic what technology can do, gentlemen.
Well done, cameras. That's why you're here. Hudacha. Yeah, looking Yorker. And it's cost him because it's a full toss. Maqsood loves it there.
Not the best of deliveries here. Just making it that much more easier for Multan to chase this down in a rush. Alan, that seam position and the wrist position you've been talking about.
There's no control. The wrist it's a sloppy wrist, and it's coming down the side of the ball. And when you haven't got control from the release, then it's going to land anywhere. And as fast as he's running in, and as quickly as he's trying to bowl here with great effort, the end result is not what's required. He's got to be more accurate.
This is a chance. I've seen a couple go down this afternoon. Might have been humming, but I think this should have been gobbled as well from Samit Patel.
Well, it does fly, but that, oh dear. That's elementary, isn't it? The bowler, yeah, he's working hard. He's working up a good pace here.
Well, both players having a life, and ill afford to do that here, the Qalandars, Rizwan and Maqsood. This is a beauty, just stands up ever so slightly out of the surface. 100 up.
Oh, I think the ice might come out here. Let's get him. Oh, look at his hand. His thumb. I think he's going to have to get.
Yeah, that doesn't look good at all. It's already starting to swell up. You can see he's in agony and pain there. Not quite sure what the other players are doing. Yeah, it looks like the... Oh, it looked like the thumb. Yeah, but he's a strong character. I'm sure he'll want to shake it off and carry on. He looks all right. All right to go again.
His little finger, you can see just quivering, just twitching there. And I don't know about you, Wilco, it was actually the only bone I ever broke in my career. It was the thumb, and it was Chaminda Vaas with an 80-over-old ball. Not quite 80 year, but 80 over.
An 80-year-old cricket ball. That was
that was his pace at the time too. And he still broke it.
Chaminda Vaas.
Yeah. And I had a brand new pair of gloves on. And guess what? This is a no ball, Alan. So I'm going to have a freebie.
Yeah, he's working up good pace here, Salman Mirza. You know, every bowler needs a slice of luck. He's obviously got some, you know, things he can work on, but he's looking, and there's you've got to have something behind the line. Something of that shoe's got to be behind the line, not on it.
Rizwan! Head it to the moon! It's a freebie though. Visa says I'm going to let it bounce anyway, because it's a freebie. Relax, Wilco. It's all right. 103 for 2.
Multan 103 for 2, looking very comfortable, and I'd like to see Shaheen Shah Afridi brought back into the attack, maybe just for the 1 over to break this partnership, because at the moment Multan look like they're going to sail through. Lahore early in the day putting up 157, heavily thanks to Hafiz's innings, just the 35 deliveries. Rizwan steadying the ship for Multan's at 60. Again, he's also had a wonderful knocker there in the middle, just requiring the 55 now.
Yeah, Joe Denley with that 31. Samit Patel, important runs at the end as well. Oh, that's cheeky, isn't it? Oh, here we go. The plot of land, the Parkview City question. Answer the question and win a plot. In which year was the 6th team introduced into the HBL PSL? Answer on the Parkview City's Facebook page. You can win daily tablets and 1 plot at the end of the league.
There's the plot right there, Alan, on the left of screen. That's what you get.
Well, the road's built.
I dare to say that would be a fairly expensive piece of real estate there. You're in town. Oof. Stuff, Spidey. Bowl, but it's all very comfortable, just chipping away, because they only need to run a ball.
I tell you something, real estate. This is a very fine piece of real estate. The National Stadium here, the grass, the surface is superb. So the winner of the match 6 question, which was not yesterday, that was the day before, rest day yesterday, Abid Aslam. Well done, Abid. And we asked you that apart from Karachi and Lahore, which were the other venues for the PSL? Multan and Rawalpindi. So well done, Abid Aslam. This is tucked away, and it's 4.
Yeah, those lines not making any luck for Lahore, just making it that much more easier. Rolled his fingers over. Unfortunately, not the line to bowl. Rizwan's been extremely pleasurable to watch with his timing all throughout his innings today. 49 now from 51 is what Multan need.
Yeah, they're cruising. Need a couple of wickets, need to knock these 2 over. Certainly had the opportunities. The fielders have let down the bowlers here. That is the problem. Both batters have been dropped. Can't do that in T20. Not the opportunities that have been presented as well. Pretty comfortable catches in the outfield, and then Samit Patel. Elementary, as you say, Wilco.
Well, a feature of the PSL in the early editions was the standard of fielding. Very much. Quality fast bowling and the standard of fielding. And, you know, it's something that the Qalandars will look back on if they lose this. Well, that's gone as well. Haris Rav just airing in length, just a bit short, testing with the bouncer, with the short one, and it's not effective.
Yeah, short arm jab, picking up the very good players, very, very quick hands. He's playing a captain's knock here, 69 now of just the 42 deliveries, Rizwan.
Last one of the 12th. Oh, there it is again, the ramp stroke. One bounce into the fence, can't stop him. Rizwan, so instinctive, goes into the 70s. It's 117 for 2 now.
Pure reaction, pure instinct here for Rizwan, knowing that he can get some runs here with the ramp shot, and he's literally up periscope, and bad luck Haris Rav. He's bowling his heart out here for the Qalandars, but Rizwan now with his highest score in the PSL, 73, bettering by 2 the previous match. 117 for 2, 12 overs gone.
Rizwan leading his side to a convincing victory. And Lahore Qalandars need wickets, and the man to do it would probably be Shaheen Shah Afridi, who's been brought back into the attack. But is it too late? Amir Sohail joins us. Amir bhai, is it too late?
When Shaheen Shah Afridi is operating, you can't say that. Yes, they need wickets in bundle, and he's got the ability to do that. But he started off with a wide. Well, this man is in regal touch. Have a look at that. How do you execute that? You have to keep your eyes on the ball, and that's where he has made the difference. You know, the way he's batting at the moment, Mohammad Rizwan, you'll run out of superlatives very soon. He's been absolutely magnificent.
I have a new one for you. How about methodological ingenuity?
Well, you never stop learning, do you?
You have to count those as 2, not 1.
Well spotted there, Bazid Khan. Well done, but coming back to
I didn't understand what you were saying, but...
Oh well, I guess that's for another day then. We'll have to sit down and open those English books. But coming back to your point of whether this is too late, but in all honesty, in all fairness to Lahore, they did create the chances, but their fielders have let them down.
Yeah, Mohammad Rizwan is definitely head and shoulders apart.
Through the offside, power, execution, Sohaib Maqsood.
Or you practice in the nets day in and day out to perfect those strokes. And when you're able to do that in a crucial match, it gives you visceral satisfaction. What a stroke that was. Not using that full stride, looked to hit the ball on the arc and was able to control that stroke. Pleasing on the eyes.
A couple of balls back. Have a look at this cover drive. As easy as you like, minimum movement, maximum result.
That's a good cricketing shot, and we've seen that throughout Multan's innings. There hasn't been anything extravagant, anything out of the line. They've actually just played very good cricketing shots.
It's good to see. that more and more batsmen, they are relying on cricketing strokes rather than airy-fairy. You know, there's plenty of room even in this format for conventional cricket.
What's happening here? A shake of the hands. He's just pulled away this. Someone hopefully wearing a mask, just walking across the side screen or something.
Well, we've seen that a couple of times before. Rizwan pulling away. It's all in good spirit at the end.
They're probably the only length that Multan Sultans aren't getting away to the boundary, especially Rizwan. But you have to nail that Yorker time and time again. It's been almost in this game. You look at Hafiz and Rizwan, they're almost playing on a different pitch altogether because they're timing the ball so well.
Now that's where he's making the difference, Mohammad Rizwan. Have a look now where his feet are. He knows they're going to be a bit of reverse swing and the ball is going to angle back. He's not committing himself on the offside, off stump. He's just waiting for the ball to come to him. That's game awareness. Staying one step ahead of bowlers' thinking.
This partnership of 94 has meant that Multan have pulled away 90%, and well, Lahore Qalandars, well, it's almost under 10, so 6-7%. But it's just been about this partnership, 94 runs of just 63 balls, and it's all become fairly one-sided win-loss prediction. Outside edge, and that too will go to the fence. A boundary to end the 13th. It's 128 for 2.
Yeah, nothing really going Lahore's way this afternoon. They've been undone by some really good cricketing shots. Not that one, he did create the chance. But at this point in the game, with no slip, and of course, will always race to the fence. Multan now just require 30. Plenty of deliveries to go.
.98 of 64 deliveries, and you're talking Rizwan up, but Sohaib Maqsood, well, he's played his part, and boy, this partnership's gone. Wisa starts off with one down the leg side.
Not many spin options for the captain. They must have missed Rashid Khan immensely in this game. He could have been handy.
Yeah, as the partnership, the pressure of the partnership, also the fact that Lahore haven't been great in the field either. Down the leg side again, off the pads, and this will get away to the fence.
That brings up the 100 partnership between Sohaib Maqsood and Mohammad Rizwan. Again, David Wisa straying down the legs. Shaheen Shafi did well, put in that valiant drive, but unfortunately knocked it back onto his shoe, which knocked it back onto the stumps, unfortunately for Lahore. Multan pick up another boundary.
The problem with Lahore Qalandars are obviously not getting a lot of wickets, but the chances that they've created have gone wasted. So you're not going to win many games if you commit so many mistakes.
Especially with the fact when you are defending a small total. As a fielding side, you have to take those half chances. But here they cuffed very easy ones. Or should I say cuffed up?
They're all looking way too easy now for Multan. Just requiring 23. So obviously, catches win matches, as they say, as much of a cliched statement it is. It is true. And the culprit on 2 occasions there, Fakhr Zaman, creating those chances. The Lahore Qalandars bowlers should have run in harder to attempt that one. And this one, again, had the sun in his eyes. Spilled that one as well, did Fakhr.
And talk about easy catches. Here was another one. Didn't have to move, did he? Should have been taken.
But the question for both of you is, when is this curse of losing the toss and losing the game going to stop?
Oh well, I think Bazid, you need to go out there and captain one of the sides. It might change the things.
Maybe captain one of the sides at the toss, double-headed coin. Into the leg side, too much power, into the fence. 140 for 2.
It gives the bowler the charge and picks up the short delivery. Full use of those long levers from Sohaib Maqsood. And all falling apart here for Lahore now.
All one-way traffic. 18 now needed. And just now, and rather than when, than anything else. Fawad Alam with his mask on. And Rizwan with the pull shot on. Is that going to be accepted? Yes, it is. Haris Rao with the catch.
Congratulating him for his wonderful knock here, Shaheen Shah Afridi, but does pick up the important wicket. Maybe all too late now. And that is the 100th wicket for Shaheen Shah Afridi in T20. This time a different fielder under that, Haris Rauf, making absolutely no mistake.
And there was no sun. And that's why he was able to see the ball into his hands. What a knock from Mohammad Rizwan. Authoritative innings. Dominated the bowling from the word go. Made sure that his team is going to get over the line. It's 140 for 3.
Chance, almost a clean pickup and a chance for run out, but Shaheen Shah Afridi getting rid of Rizwan.
Yeah, congratulations to Shaheen Shah Afridi for picking up his 100th T20 wicket. Finally, a catch was taken. Should be a relief.
aerial keen fielding for once. Well, this man, he can't do anything wrong. There's Moshibai telling him maybe he should have pulled it into the stands. Not happy. But he's done enough. But what a performance by Shaheen Shah Afridi, 100 wickets. The J. Super over the performance. Well, that bounced over the stumps. Bit unlucky. That one straighter hits the off stump. Well done. But tell you what, I'm this fast bowler in T20 history to get 100 wickets. So Shaheen Shah Afridi wants to get to 101 quickly as well.
Nice, always good to see aggression there in the middle. No harm done there for Multan, but Baz, what an achievement from the young man. Cannot keep him out of the action, and let alone the wickets. Picking up 3 in the first game, 1 in the second game. Has already picked up 2 here as well.
He likes to stay involved with the game. Shaheen Shah Afridi, always animated, looking to do something special.
That's something special through the onside. Wonderful timing, and Sohaib Maqsood has 50.
What a way to get to his 50. It was such a delightful stroke. No real effort into it, just using the pace, wrist work coming into play at the right time. Hence, the timing and the placement.
Yeah, balance perfect and beautifully played through the onside. It's been quite a high-class innings. And just 14 to get. He wants to get his side home. One other factor here, that run rate might come into play at the back end, so you want to close this game off quickly. And that's exactly what he's trying to do this time, just not getting the gap. Gets a single to end the 15th. It's 145 for 3. Well, it's just starting to take effect. The sun's going down on Lahore Qalandars. Another single, but 12 now, 2 hits needed.
Well, Riley Rousseau can definitely hit those 2 hits out of the ground to finish it off nice and early. But let's not forget we have another game after this. So the action continues here at the National Stadium in Karachi. Looks like we've also got a full moon tonight.
Another gun player, Riley Rousseau. He's an aggressor.
It's been easy run chase made easier because of this man as well. Been able to time the ball, hits the ball extremely hard. The balance has been very, very good throughout the inning.
And paced his innings beautifully. To start with his Saur Rizwan hitting boundaries, he just bided his time, and when the time was right, he started to hit boundaries. Very well organized innings from the young man, Shoaib Maqsood.
Yeah, he's got a lot of power. We know that in deals in boundaries, that massive six in the leg side, but today it's been under control. He timed the ball extremely well throughout. Helped by Rizwan's innings, but take nothing away from the quality of this innings. Now into the leg side, couple of runs, so 9 needed.
Yeah, Lahore will obviously have a think about what went wrong in the game today, coming off 2 spectacular victories in game 1 and 2, but feel they were about 12 to 15 short with their batting, and of course the fielding doesn't help either, Amir.
Yeah, agreed. I think Lahore Qalandars, they need to find a good spinner in their lineup. Yes, they got plenty of all-rounders, but they need to have a frontline spinner. That will make their bowling attack well-rounded. That was a wide delivery. Another extra added.
Yeah, Multan making an easy meal of this target. Just 8 now required of the 26 deliveries.
Yeah, Rashid Khan, well, he won't return to the tournament, so you're looking at maybe getting an overseas spinner or maybe a quality spinner there. Mas Khan, obviously, they've got, but there is time for a spinner to be introduced in that attack. "16 gone, 7 now needed to win." The short ball given a wide. Shoaib Maqsood probably eyeing the leg side, shorter side. 6 now needed. He's not shy of playing the pull shot, so not many bowlers like to be the ones giving away the winning shot, but the opportunity now for Shoaib Maqsood to finish this off in style. Short again, another wide.
A couple of bounces attempted by Harris brought a dry smile on Shoaib Maqsood's face. No problems for Shoaib there. He's siding the ball back.
Almost. He's looking for that right length to launch.
Yeah, clearly Sohaib wanting to finish this off in style. In the Lahore camp, the Lahore dugout, plenty to think about of how they will bounce back in this performance today. Watch out for the big hit here.
See, one could easily say they've been pummeled by Multan Sultan. There you go. That was the opportunity Sohaib Maqsood was waiting on. Got the opportunity, bounced on it, and finished the game in style.
A convincing victory for Multan Sultans. 7 wickets. It's been a dominating performance from Multan. First restricted Lahore Qalandars with the ball and then sprinted to victory. Courtesy Rizwan and Sohaib Maqsood. Qalandars, well, no answers in the field.
Yeah, Lahore Qalandars were off the boil in this game. Multan Sultans, they were absolutely brilliant. With the ball, in the field, and then with the bat as well. Dominated from the word go.